Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here today. So today I'm going to be doing a K-web drama review, and this drama is called How to Be 30, and I was able to watch the first, 4 episodes of it. I've kind of forgotten it, but it only comes out, there's a total of 15 episodes, but it only airs on Tuesday and Sunday, so I'm it's kind of off, because a lot of dramas, they always air back-to-back days, but this one airs off a bit, so that's why I'm confused on where I'm at. But I'm gonna go over the cast synopsis in the first 4 episodes with you guys. So as for our cast, we have Jung In-sung as So Ji-woo, and then we have Kang Min-hyuk as Lee Sung-woo, and then Ahn Hee-young, which is also known as Hani, from EXIT, playing Lee Rang-ju, and then Song Jae-rin playing Cha Do-hoon, and then Chang Min-ji playing Hong Ah-young, and then Paek Sung-chul as Hyung Joo-young, and there's tons of other people too. But the synopsis follows the lives of 3 friends in their 30s. So Ji-woo is a bubbly web drama cartoon author who decides to devote her life into just creating stories in her career. Pretty much, she's a webtoon artist, and her by doing all this hard work finally pays off when she's at the age of 30 now. She's well recognized as an artist, as a writer, and turning her romance around. She meets Lee Sung-woo, who is her first love from middle school days, and but just when she's happy to meet her first love, the world turns upside down for her. And then things gets more complicated when the film director who picks up one of her webtoon, Cha Do-hyun, gets involved between them, and he strikes up kind of like a friendship with her, but he's more of an older guy, so it kind of creates a love triangle, but it kind of stirs things up for her. At the same time, you see 2 of her best friends, which is Lee Rang-ju and Hong Ah-young, who goes through the same process, or more so in their 30s, experiencing their own relationship, whereas Lee Rang-ju, who doesn't see in being a relationship, and for Hong Ah-young, who her ex-fiance left her for another woman. So you get 3 women with different stories, love story that they go through. Recap on the first 4 episodes. The drama starts us off with So Ji-woo and her character as a webtoon artist, and she's in her 30s. She learns that she has a new manager who has the same name as her first love, Lee Sung-woo, and he has chosen her proposal story called Like a Watercolor, which is about her first love. She's not sure if it's her first love yet, who is becoming her new manager, but she's kind of confused why this story he even chose this story out of everything, to promote and everything like that. And then we get introduced to her 2 friends who are the same age as her, Lee Rang-ju, who is a radio announcer, and Hong Ah-young, who runs a cafe. All the 3 women, like I said in the synopsis, shares different love story of their past that shapes them differently now. Lee Rang-ju, who has parents who vowed to be married forever, are actually divorced. Even after remarried, their new marriage don't work out. This had Lee Rang-ju to not believe in love, and she will just date. As for Hong Ah-young, she got screwed over by her first love. She met her first love in college, and after dating, opening her cafe, she was going to get married, and it all disappeared in 10 seconds when she found out her fiance is cheating on her. Now she's alone, sad, and cannot let go of her love in her past. And so for So Ji-woo, we haven't really gotten into her, but we do get introduced a little bit to her in her past relationship, that she is a little bit clinging when it comes to love. She had her first love when she was 15, which is Lee Sung-woo, and she thinks about her first love a lot, but her relationships in the past doesn't go well. It's because she's clinging to the guy, and the guy just ignores her calls and texts, and so they leave her, and she's she takes them for granted as if they're gonna be the love of her life, but they don't. And when she turns out to be like that, they leave her and she's all alone again. Well, things start to change for her when she meets her new assistant manager, which is it is her first love for 15 years ago. And he doesn't seem to recognize her at first, so she's kind of confused why he doesn't recognize her. And at the company get-together dinner, he calls out her name and confirms that it is her. And he still misses her and he still thinks about her, and this is why he chose her story, Like a Watercolor, to pretty much for her to rewrite and put out there. So it's just basically a proposal story that she put out, and so he wants her to continue and write about it. So we see them hanging out together outside of work. He does show that he likes her, he's interested in her, but she's confused. When it comes to work, he acts professional and he calls her writer soul, but he's always like secretly helping her and referring to that she has a boyfriend. Eventually she confirms to him that she doesn't have a boyfriend, and they end up going back to visit their old high school or middle school together, leading to the first kiss, and they actually do sleep together. Now here's the thing where Lee Sung-yu isn't telling her is his phone keeps ringing and he keeps ignoring the call. Well, So Ji-won actually looks at the call one night, and the first night they slept together, and she saw that it's a caller by Lee Hae-ryung or something like that, and he continues to reject this call. So she's like, who is this, So later she does find a keychain in his glove department where it says LSY Heart LHR, and she asks him about it, and she learns that he actually has a girlfriend and he's cheating on the girlfriend with her. So she's not happy about this. But before all of this happened, her webtoon called Psycho Bride is actually a movie director picks it up and wants to make it into a movie. And this is where director Cho Do-hyun comes into the picture, and he keeps appearing in front of her in work and outside of work, and they keep meeting coincidentally. And this guy is actually like a little bit older than her, because she's like in her 30s, and even her first love is in her 30s, but this director is a little bit older than her, his character. So she constantly meets him, so he's like the other guy, and then there's Lee Sung-yu, who she also meets as well. But then, before all that too, we also get to see side stories of her two friends, where we see Lee Rung-ju, who sets up to be at a blind date, but she learns that her blind date couldn't make it, and this young guy came to her date instead. And so who was supposed to, kill time and be with her until her blind date comes. Well, this young dude and her ends up drinking a lot. They end up having a one-night stand. Now she's about to just let it go, but he's head over heels in love with her, and he became a part-time worker at Hong An-young's cafe, where Lee Rung-ju constantly goes for her blind date, and he ruins her dates for her. As for Hong An-young, when she's just about to let go of her past and move on, her ex-fiance comes back and begging to be back with her again, as he's about to get married with the girl he cheated on with, and now he feels like it's not right and he wants her back. So these three women, they have their own story now. We get So Ji-woo, who's caught between two guys, but the one that she actually likes has a girlfriend. And then we get Lee Rung-ju, who has a younger guy who's totally in love with her, and she's still going on dates, but she still thinks about this guy, and he's always ruining her dates for her. And we got Hong An-young, who just when she's about to move on with her life and just be like, who cares, this is me, I don't need him, the guy that left her, that she once loved, come back into her life. So it's like, how will things turn out for these three women? So that ends it for us for the first 4 episodes, the recap of it. I actually really do like it, how it is the main focus on So Ji-woo, her character, but I like how her friends, they have little story that plays along and you get to see them. So I haven't gotten to spoil anything for myself, so I am wondering, is Lee Sung-yu actually cheating, or what is going on, or he just has a girl who's very obsessed with him, and he's just trying to get her away from him. I don't know what that is, but if you guys do know, let me know. I haven't caught up to it. I think it's like episode 7 or 8 or something like that, but I haven't caught to it, and so I've just been wondering, so what, he doesn't like his girlfriend anymore and he's not breaking up with her, or he did and now she's just crazy coming back. But yeah, that's her. But obviously, you know, her friend who the ex-fiance left her, like, I'll say to me, I'm like, girl, you do not need him, man. He cheated on you, and now he's like doing the same thing again, where he's like, I can't be with this woman and I want to be with you. That's so effed up, you know. She deserves better, and she's living decently with her cafe and everything like that. She doesn't need that. And then obviously for we kind of get the idea of how it's going to turn out for Lee Rang-ju is eventually she's going to fall for this guy, and she's just going to believe in love all over again, just because her it didn't work out for her parents. It's going to work out for her, you know. So that's her story. But those are just my guess. I haven't watched it. It's, like I said, it airs on very odd dates, like Tuesday and Saturday, so it's kind of like, oh, that's weird. So I just let it sit, and I'll eventually watch it. But so far I'm very liking it. The episodes are very short because it's a web drama, so it's very short. So if you guys are looking for something to just watch and have it fly by, this is a drama to go to. But yes, that's it for today's Korean web drama review, and I will see you guys next time.